class.
Good morning, sir.
Alright. Is all of you here?
Yes.
Tisha?
Me.
Adlina? Alira?
I'm here.
Lisa. Alright. So all of you is here. So before we start our lesson, I will state the objective of our lesson today. Right? So by the end of our lesson, all of you should be able to demonstrate an imaginative understanding of what has happened to Lulu by creating a dramatic monologue that expresses the emotions and thoughts of the main character. Then you can also write a short paragraph about the theme of the poem using textual evidence to support the interpretation in writing. Alright, so before we get started, I just want to distribute these sticky notes for you to write down the worst painful moment that you have felt in your life.
Okay, sir.
Alright, so write it down. Don't write your name on it, and I will collect it after all of you are done.
Sir, I'm done.
You're done.
I'm going to. I'm done. I'm starting now. Wait, second. One.
Hey, don't push it.
I'm done.
Alright. So I will collect it now. And so when someone misuses the kindness that I gave to him, I'm still healing, so I'm not sure how to handle it properly. Alright? Is this person bottling her feelings? I think so.
Yes, I think so.
I just want to highlight and say that better not bottle up your feelings so that it doesn't end up as resentment. Right?
Yeah.
Right, so let's start our lesson. So we are going to move to the first slide, which is the poem that we are going to learn about a mother that is thinking and searching for her daughter that is missing. Right? So I want all of us to read this out aloud again. Right? In 1, 2, 3.
What has happened to Lulu, mother? What has happened to Lulu? The
class. Alright. So I just want to ask one of you, what do you think the mother is feeling?
Sad, worried,
Very
confused.
confused. How about you, Lisa?
Surprised.
Surprised. Right. So, to begin with, what we are going to learn is the theme, and we can figure out the theme in the poem that we just read. So, a theme in literature, theme is the main message or lesson in a story, poem, or drama. It is what the writer wants you to think about or learn after reading, and how to identify the theme. You have to ask yourself, what is this poem really about? What lesson does it teach, or what feelings or problems do the characters face? So, like Athena said, what is the character feeling? Confused. Right. That it is true. The mother is confused as why her daughter went missing and keep overthinking. Right. So theme is also not the title or the plot. It is the big idea behind what's behind the story. Right? So is there anything that you don't understand?
No, we understand.
Understand. Okay. So before we move to the next slide, some of you said that the theme of the poem is about sad. Right. So it might be true too, emotional distance and silence. It shows how sometimes people hide their pain and sadness, and families may struggle to talk about what's really happening.
Because maybe the mother don't want her daughter to worry. To also worry about him.
Perhaps that's right. Are you sure?
I think so. Yes, I also agree with her. Because the mother is trying to keep the child in the question in the poem from the truth. Because maybe the child is still young and she cannot understand what's really happening.
Yes, you are correct, Athena. Good job. Round of applause. Alright, let's move to our class activity. Right, so I want you to form a group of 3-4 students. So, Isha, Adina, Azira, and Isa, you go, 4 of you will form a group. Then you will discuss how do you think the mother feels after Lulu disappeared. Is she feeling sad, angry, confused, or worried? Right, then together, all of you will write a 6 or 8 line monologue as if you are the mother talking about Lulu's disappearance. Use emotional language that show feelings like guilt, regret, or worry. Use ideas from the poem to make the monologue more realistic. One person in your group will perform the monologue by reading it aloud with an expression and feeling. Be creative and be respectful. Use ideas, brainstorm, right? You can act it up if you want to, but words and emotion are the most important in this, right? Because so is there anything that you don't understand and want me to repeat?
No, understand.
We are excited.
Oh, you are excited.
Yes.
Hold on. This is the answer example. So you have to do it like this. When you leave without a word, I found the suitcase gone and the money box too. Blah 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 blah. Right. So time to distribute the paper.
Thank you, Isa.
Here you go. Right, you may start now.
Sir, we do it this in group, right?
Yes, but I will collect and present it, and you will present it later.
Oh, I understand. So it's from the mother going of this right?
It's
Yes.
a monologue.
Oh,
Like this, I see it. Yeah.
see the mother feel like this.
And then you could add about this because yeah, this one you can explain more. So is it okay if we say that like this?
Yes, you are correct.
What about if I want to say that about Bluetooth POV? Cannot? Because this is from mother, right?
Yes, it must be from the mother's point of view.
Okay, so
Mother's feeling.
like this. Right now, I think it will be yeah, about the letters.
Good job.
The one more still given back.
Your time is almost up, by the way, so you should hurry up. Azira, what do you think the mother might feel?
Worry, sad.
Alright.
Done, we're done, sir.
Right. I'm going to collect up my paper.
Hey, Paul.
Right. So, Adrina, you read it out loud.
Full of emotion, okay?
You must be full with your emotion.
Of course, for our group. Lulu, when do you leave?
Don't laugh. We need to focus.
I think I need to ask Azira.
Alright, Adrina, you can read this yourself.
Lulu, why did you leave without a word? I found your suitcase gone and your money box too. I heard you crying last night. Were you in pain? Was I blind to your sadness? Was I too strict? I burned your letter, but the truth still haunts me. Please come back, Lulu. I'm lost without you.
Wow.
Thank you, Adrina. Great
That's
job.
how we read, Athena.
I need to learn from Azira how to read.
Yes, you
Yes.
definitely need to learn
You
from
cannot
Adrina.
laugh.
You cannot be shy. Have some confidence. Moving on to the next class exercise. I will give a worksheet to you, and you may rate the very question at the top of the page, which says what's the theme of the poem and how does the poem show it. Use the sentence scaffold to help me write a paragraph. This is the example. Choose one line from the poem that supports the theme and write your own answer in the space provided in the worksheet. Check the paragraph and make sure your grammar and sentences are complete. Alright, class?
Alright, so
Okay, sir.
This is the example of the class exercise worksheet. Right?
Okay, sir.
And this is the exercise answer example. Tell me if there is anything that you don't understand.
We understand, sir.
Alright, then we should move along. Right, I'm going to distribute this paper. Take this paper. For this worksheet, you have to do it individually. I will give you 10 minutes to complete the sheet, and then after you're done, one of you must read it out loud, and one of your friends also must give feedback on your friend's work. Am I clear?
Yes.
Right.
Say it like this. Look.
Yes. Keep on going.
So I am confused with this one.
Which one?
This one.
This, for this, you must write down what do you think is the
About the persona or from other point of view?
from the mother point of view, you need to state here
Oh.
and relate it.
Oh, okay, sir.
Relate it and then you write it down
Okay, sir.
from which line that you pick.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, you're welcome. You have 1 more minute.
I'm done, sir.
You're done.
Yes.
Now we have to wait for your other friends too. Okay?
But, and then, still.
Alright. Now I want I want Lisa to read in front of your classmates. And then everyone Lisa give feedback comment to your friend Lisa.
Okay. The theme of the poem is emotional distance and confusion. I believe this because the poet shows a mother hiding her feelings and not answering the child's questions. One line that supports this theme is, your suitcase is gone from the wardrobe. This line shows that Lulu left suddenly and no one is explaining why. I think the poet wants us to understand that sometimes people hide pain through silence.
Great job, Lisa. What do you have to say about your friend?
I agree with what Lisa said, that sometimes people hide pain through silence because maybe there's no words can describe how painful the situation might be. So that's why they choose silence. So maybe that's how the mother feels.
I like your answer
Thank you, sir.
because in this life there may be times you feel like you want to keep things hidden between yourself. You want to bottle things up, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. You can share what you have with others so that it can make your heart less heavy. Right, class?
Yeah.
So, let's recap. What did we learn today, class?
About poem, what has happened to Lulu.
So, by now, all of you should be able to already understand the poem what has happened to Lulu when you are told to play the dramatic monologue that express the emotion and the thought of the mother character. You have done well enough to write a short paragraph about the theme of the poem using textual elements to support their interpretation in writing. Right? And I just want to say you have done a very well job class, remember we should always communicate with our loved ones to avoid resentment and try to understand others, especially when they say or act differently, because they might be hiding their pain in silence. So, Patricia,
Yes, sir.
I want you to give feedback to today's class.
I
Listen.
like the activity where we express our feelings through Mother's POV monologue. Yeah. I like the activity.
Right. Thank you.
Mulai activity tu.
Me too. But you cannot read through emotion.
I need to learn more.
You a lot of
It's
chippy words, yeah? Right. So, I'm going
What
to
is CCP?
a lot of talk.
Okay.
Alright. So we are going to dismiss our class now. That's all for today. Thank you, class.
Thank you, sir.